Well, the whole thing started out as a bit of a joke, really. A couple of years ago, my partner at the time posted a photo of me on Facebook by a purple sunset in Kampot, Cambodia. And one of my other Facebook buddies took it on himself to turn it into one of those really cheesy 1970s romance albums. You know, those really kitsch albums you used to get from K-Tel back in the 70s. And anyway, I got a real kick out of it, and was just joking around with my friends saying, well, I've got the artwork now. Maybe I should just make up some songs and put out a record. And two of my buddies, Josh and Dave, said, yeah, dude, go for it. You know, I've got a studio, Josh can play guitar, you just make up the songs and we'll do it. So I thought, all right, nothing to lose, give it a crack. And so over the next couple of years, I made up a bunch of songs, and yeah, Purple Sky Magic was the pick of the bunch. What the Hell was a song I made up whilst walking my dog after a particularly shitty day of work. And I guess it's just about how short and precious life is, and just what a drag it is to have to waste it working a job that you hate. And I just think it's something that everybody can identify with at some point in their life. Well, this is an album by one of my favourite bands when I was growing up, the Space Juniors. I was a huge fan of these guys. They were just so rocking and so much fun. This record has 14 songs on it. I think it goes for about 18 minutes. It's the first full-length record I ever bought that you have to play on 45 RPM. It was that short, but yeah, they're a big influence on me. They taught me a lot, you know. Don't bore us, get to the chorus. So there's a song on here called Chewin', which I chose to cover just because it's just a really good, fun rockin' song to play. And yeah, I just wanted to pay homage to one of the very great Sydney bands of the late 80s, early 90s. Ill Will is a song I made up on a one-string guitar. Oh, it actually had 6, but I only had to use one of them, so it's way more efficient. Yeah, the song's basically about just having to play a gig when you're just sick as a dog, when you're absolutely flogged. The second half, more specifically, is about the time I passed out on stage from heat exhaustion at the big day out in the Gold Coast back in 2001, which is a really frightening experience, but I try to make light of it in this song. It's My Day is a song that was inspired largely by my friend Karen, who used to regale me with all these tales of bridezillas, which I always just found so amusing and so fascinating. And one day she said, you should make up a song about bridezillas. And I said, well, okay, but only if you promise to do a bridezilla rant.
Sweetie, I'm really angry right now. If you can't afford the head tonight, you can't afford to be my bridesmaid. Fucking excuse me. I've been working on this for 3 years. Just follow the fucking colours.
Anyway, I kept my end of the bargain, as did she, and yeah, the result was, it's my day. Well, the song Gilly Air was inspired by a holiday I took in Bali a couple of years ago. Oh, excuse me one moment. Alphonse! Thank you, my good man. Put it on my tab and keep them coming, tough guy. Thank you. Yeah, what was I saying, Gilly Air? Well, going by the artwork, I kind of figured I should, you know, make up at least one song that has a kind of summery kind of vibe to it. So I was just after that kind of boozy, after hours, you know, campfire by the beach kind of feel, and yeah, that's what I came up with. Morgs is a song I wrote for my partner at the time. It was her birthday and I didn't have any money to buy her a present, so I recorded this song for her instead. Sadly, we're no longer still together, but I really like this song and I hope she does too. I'd just like to say a massive thank you to all those who've checked out my EP thus far, and a massive thank you to my friends Dave, Josh and Karen for being part of it. It was a really wonderful experience, and I hope you enjoyed listening to it as much as I enjoyed making it for you. Cheers. Is this thing on?